Okay, I'm going to make a really quick video. You're going to have to forgive the graphics that are in front of Paige here, but I just saw this and very seldom do you get exactly this perfect angle to analyze a throw, and I wanted to show something, and I'll just skip right to the what I want to show. Everybody's seen Paige throw. We'll back it up. And there's a huge graphic in front of her face. I'm sorry, but this is the best slow motion that I'd seen. Now, what I wanted to show is, aside from this massive windup, so much you can see, like her thigh and her glutes here, firing down, and she's wound up, and this knee has moved back in over in front of this hip. See the angle of that leg? This is exactly, if you were to watch a left-handed batter in modern Major League Baseball, they would make that exact move. They'd lift this knee up and then drive it almost straight down, and at the same time, this knee coming down in front and into the plant leg would drive the trailing side. But that's not the exact reason. See how she drops, she's falling onto that foot, falling onto that foot. She's actually, at this point, not even reached the tuck yet, and there it goes. Now this side is collapsing into this side and just throwing this part of her back leg into the throw as hard as she can. That again wasn't what I wanted to show, but I mean, it's hard to miss from this angle. I mean, it's just amazing. Okay, so here's Paige's spine right here. Goes right through, right just like that. Okay. So now we're going into the throw out portion. I have students that come to me, and from this position, the disc would go this way. I see this almost across the board, and I say, you're going to have to learn to throw out to the left. And because of coming from the pull, where we come from here, and we go around and they go out here behind our ear, and then the arm on a bad player, their arm will reach maximum extension right here. Okay, it'll go short, 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 way over here, and it'll extend to wherever it is that they're going, and this will break down across their chest. Now let's watch Paige. Here's her spine over here. Let's watch the disc. Spine is over here, which basically you could just put a railroad tie right down through that, and then you just, everything's nice and relaxed. All of the power has come from this launch of her lower body and her, we'll call it the hips as a unit, it's the girl, but basically it was the back leg that drove it, and the front leg is the pivot point. Okay. So last thing that comes off the disc you can see is her thumb and her lock point. These fingers are already off the disc, but again, she's over here and the disc is going over here. That disc is 2 feet away from her chest on a parallel line, and to do that, her arm extended out to 10 o'clock. Her arm isn't dead straight yet, but it's almost dead straight. her full extension of her arm will end up being at about 12 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock. So right after this point, in fact, I think they go together. You got the disc pivoting, getting out from behind her hand. Here it's stuck behind her hand, and people who make the disc over here, the disc is stuck behind their hand. But she's making the disc go over here. And this is not a special shot. You can see this is a dead straight, low ceiling drive. The dead, and her arm is not at full extension, right about there. Now it's at full extension. And again, that's maybe a foot past where the disc popped out, and most people are close, and then they get a full extension over here, which is basically just them flapping their arm open, which means that they use their arm to throw the disc. And I'm sorry again for the graphic, but I wish I could, if I had somebody at GK Pro and say, hey, could you send me this video? Maybe I should do that. But those guys don't owe me anything, so I don't know if they would. But noticeably, she's here. The disc is in. Now it's going this way. This way. It's going out here. Yep. It's right there. She's over here. Disc is over here. So I spend a lot of time trying to get people to extend out into their hit, and they just don't seem to understand the concept. And I believe it comes from the pull across the chest. Okay, I'm going to end it there. This is Bradley Walker. Join my spin and throw group on Facebook, and my Patreon is patreon.spinandthrow. And I will catch up with you later. Thanks.